The Trump administration is pushing Ukraine to accept its 28-point peace plan, which includes concessions, like capping the size of Ukraine's military. What are the strengths and weaknesses of the peace plan?
Every peace plan is going to have some element of compromise, meaning there'll not just be objective strengths and weaknesses in it, there'll be things that each party likes more than the other. When you step back and try to first see the Trump proposal, and I would call it that more than a final plan to end the war in Ukraine, here's what you find. Number one, actually, some of the economic dimensions are strong. They're acceptable to Ukraine, they're acceptable to Russia, and could help facilitate the post-conflict reconstruction of Ukraine and its deeper integration into Europe, as well as address some of the core economic security concerns of the U.S. in accessing critical minerals and other key resources required to power a 21st century AI-driven economy. That's the strong points of the plan. The bad part of the plan is it doesn't give Ukraine sufficient security guarantees in order to make them feel comfortable that that type of economic investment could withstand a future Russian invasion. And even goes as far as to limit some broader security guarantees for Europe.
If President Zelensky accepts the peace deal, what comes next?
Regardless of what the media is going to say for the next 72 hours, this is the start, not the end of the negotiation. This is how President Trump negotiates. He throws a bomb, he sees how people react, and then he begins to reach out to each party and figure out what their bottom line alternatives to negotiation are. So that's why some of the shock of this plan, we need to let settle, and we actually need to let diplomats from Europe, from Ukraine, prefer not as many trips from the Russians, to actually begin to negotiate with all parties and shape some ways of adjusting this. I don't think you'll see all 28 points in any final plan. So the real art of the deal now for the American president is how you begin to explore those key issues already mentioned, like security guarantees.
What would success look like for the Trump administration as a peacemaker?
I actually think President Trump really deeply believes that he has a special role in destiny to try to end conflicts globally. So when you think about how the president probably views himself, success is that he can actually get a ceasefire, that these 28 points turn into some type of ceasefire, that he gets both parties to sit down, and he actually gets them to achieve a deal that benefits the American economy. For him, the world order is a transactional set of relationships that allows you to advance American economic interests while sustaining our diplomatic leverage. But that also does mean ending conflicts. I think at the same time, he sees that conflict is bad for business. So despite some of the anger around this initial peace plan, we all have to step back and realize this is the start, not the end of the negotiation.